Welcome back to Decoristique, your cozy corner for all things vintage, classic, and rustic. Today, we're diving into one of my favorite topics: how to bring the charm of vintage decor into your home without breaking the bank. Whether you love shabby chic, mid-century flair, or rustic farmhouse vibes, you're about to learn exactly how to capture the look for less. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss a dose of vintage inspiration. Give this video a like if you're excited to start decorating, and leave me a comment telling me your favorite vintage style, because I love hearing from you. Alright, grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's transform your space into something timeless, personal, and budget-friendly. Let's get started. Vintage decor never truly goes out of style because it's rooted in history and character. A well-placed antique mirror or an old wooden trunk tells a story that mass-produced decor just can't match. When you choose vintage pieces, you're adding depth and warmth to your home. There's also an emotional pull to vintage decor. It connects us to memories, traditions, and craftsmanship that feels rare in today's fast-paced world. That sense of nostalgia is what makes vintage spaces feel so inviting. And here's the best part: you don't need to spend a fortune to achieve this look. With some creativity, patience, and the right shopping strategies, you can create a timeless space that feels rich in history but light on your wallet. Before you start thrifting or scrolling through online marketplaces, set a realistic budget for your vintage project. Knowing your spending limit helps you stay focused and prevents impulse buys that might not fit your vision. Break your budget down into categories: furniture, textiles, wall art, and accessories. This way, you can prioritize big impact items like a statement vintage dresser over smaller decor pieces you can pick up later. And remember, vintage shopping is a marathon, not a sprint. You might not find everything in one trip, but patience often leads to finding that perfect, affordable piece. Thrift stores are goldmines for affordable vintage finds. From mismatched china sets to unique side tables, these places often have hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. The key is to go often. Inventory changes quickly, so visiting regularly increases your chances of scoring something special before someone else spots it. Don't be afraid to dig a little deeper. Check the back shelves, look under piles of clothes, and scan the bottom rows. That's where the forgotten gems usually hide. Flea markets are perfect for finding vintage furniture, art, and quirky decor at negotiable prices. Sellers often expect some haggling, so don't be shy about making an offer. Estate sales, on the other hand, are a great way to uncover higher quality vintage pieces at a fraction of their original price. The best deals often happen on the final day when sellers are eager to clear out inventory. Bring cash, dress comfortably, and carry a tape measure, because you'll want to be sure that gorgeous 1920s cabinet will fit in your space. Websites and apps like Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and Craigslist are fantastic for finding local and national vintage deals. You can filter searches by price, location, and even the era you're looking for. The advantage here is convenience. You can shop from your couch, message sellers directly, and arrange pickups at your own pace. Always ask for extra photos, especially of any wear or damage. A small scratch can be charmingly vintage, but a wobbly leg on a dining table might be a deal breaker. Sometimes, the secret to budget-friendly vintage style is transforming what you already have. With a bit of sanding, painting, or distressing, you can give a plain piece of furniture a vintage soul. Techniques like whitewashing, chalk painting, or adding antique-style hardware can turn an inexpensive find into something that looks like it's been passed down for generations. Plus, DIY projects make your space even more personal. Every brushstroke and imperfection adds to the character of your home. You don't need every single piece in your home to be authentic vintage. Mixing genuine antiques with reproduction pieces can give you the look you want while keeping costs down. For example, pair a real vintage coffee table with a modern sofa that has a retro silhouette. Or display vintage-inspired art alongside authentic mid-century ceramic. This approach also gives you flexibility. You can splurge on one or two key items while filling in the rest with budget-friendly finds. Vintage spaces often shine when they have a harmonious color scheme. Think muted pastels for shabby chic, warm earth tones for rustic, or bold jewel tones for mid-century modern. Sticking to a palette helps tie your decor together, making even mismatched pieces look intentional and curated. Paint is one of the cheapest ways to create a vintage vibe, so don't underestimate the power of a fresh wall color. Textiles are a budget-friendly way to add vintage charm. Think lace curtains, floral quilts, embroidered pillows, and braided rugs. These items can often be found for a few dollars at thrift stores and yard sales. Even small pieces, like a vintage tea towel, can add personality to your space. Layering textiles creates a cozy, lived-in feel, perfect for making your home feel timeless and inviting. Art is a powerful tool in vintage design. A single old oil painting or black and white photograph can transform an entire wall. If the art itself is out of your budget, look for ornate vintage frames and place modern prints inside. The frame alone will give the piece a vintage presence. Mix different sizes and shapes to create a gallery wall that feels like it's been collected over decades. Part of vintage charm comes from giving old items new life. Turn an antique ladder into a blanket rack, use mason jars as vases, or repurpose a trunk into a coffee table. Repurposing not only saves money but also adds a layer of creativity to your decor. It's the ultimate way to make your home truly one of a kind. And remember, imperfections aren't flaws in vintage decor, they're character. Lighting is often overlooked, but it can make or break your vintage atmosphere. Look for chandeliers, lanterns, or table lamps with fabric shades. Warm, soft light will instantly give your room that nostalgic glow. Even if you can't find vintage fixtures, you can use modern pieces with retro-style bulbs. Dimmer switches are a budget-friendly upgrade that can make your lighting feel instantly cozier and more vintage-inspired. You can refresh your vintage look throughout the year with seasonal swaps. Think plaid blankets in winter, fresh floral prints in spring, or rustic harvest decor in autumn. Seasonal decorating keeps your space feeling fresh without replacing major furniture pieces. It's also a great excuse to keep hunting for small, affordable vintage treasures all year long. It's easy to get carried away and overcrowd your space with too many vintage pieces. Remember, even in vintage design, less can be more. Avoid buying something just because it's cheap. If it doesn't fit your vision, it'll just create clutter. Lastly, make sure your vintage finds are clean, safe, and functional before bringing them into your home. And there you have it, your guide to achieving beautiful, budget-friendly vintage decor. With a little patience, creativity, and savvy shopping, you can create a space that feels both timeless and uniquely yours. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Decor, give it a like, and share your favorite budget-friendly vintage find in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, keep filling your home with history, beauty, and a little bit of magic.